Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Welcome back. I'm back. This is for the full moon coming up on the 13th of January 2025, and this is a full moon in Cancer at 24 degrees. So let's have a look at the chart. I haven't done any preparation really for this reading, which I prefer because when I don't do preparation and I just pull up the chart, it flows more freely, intuitively, and the only thing that I have done is prepared a astrology oracle card with some runes. So we're going to look at that in a minute. So we have this full moon, 24 degrees of Cancer, and it is in a conjunction with Mars in retrograde. So in my last reading, I did mention that through the new moon process, which we're coming out of now and we're moving towards this full moon, that there would be a need to kind of step back. And so I think that new moon was an opportunity for that. And now that it is closely a few degrees away from this moon in Cancer, this to me feels like protecting the home. And the card that came up is Rue. So this is an herb that Rue is ruled by the Sun and Pluto, and it grows in hot, dry climates. It's poisonous in anything other than small, very small amounts. But it does have a history of folklore and uses, medicinal uses for things that are aggravating, like inflammatory conditions and anything that's like inflamed and on the skin or a response to some sort of parasitic cause. So to me, what this is saying, because this card came up and based on the chart that I'm seeing right now, is that this is about protection from some kind of toxicity that is possibly coming into the home or into wherever this is in your chart. For me, it's the fourth house. So I'm going to be looking at how can I uh, or what can I do actually, actions, Mars, what can I do to protect myself or my home, make things more comfortable, things like, really small examples like buying something new, replacing something old that has been causing an issue. Because Rue was used for things like sleep disorders, but it can also cause sleep disorders if it's toxic to the person who takes it. What might be some things in the home that are causing some sort of negative response or creating some sort of toxicity, and that we can take action to remedy. Let me read a little bit from the description of this card. So it is a psychic shield, auric protection, angelic wisdom, banisher of darkness, restoration of vitality. It could mean that there is spirit possession, parasitic energies, anger, self-criticism, judgment, self-hatred. And like I said, the ruling planets for this particular energy is the Sun and Pluto, which is in an opposition with this new moon. Not exactly, but it's definitely in an opposition energy here, Pluto with this new moon. And there's something that could be aggravating to our sanctuary, our home, and also recognition of things that are, we're a product of our ancestors and our genetic line. And we all kind of know that cycles continue unless they're stopped, and that we come to an awareness of what the cycles are, and then we change. I'm curious now what the Sabian symbol is for this. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm going to look it up. So the Sabian symbol is a leader of men wrapped in an invisible cloak of power. This symbol points to invisible levels of power that are cloaking someone. It could show someone who's powerful, a leader, someone to be reckoned with. There is often an unavoidable need to accept powerful responsibilities and to respond rationally to anything that needs to be done. It is almost as though this has been thrust on you, but it is as much because you have placed yourself in this position of power and responsibility, and you understand and accept the consequences of the role. Take care not to lord over others. If this is not about you, it can be about someone in your environment. Leadership and its responsibilities, powerful descent of energies taking over one's very being, recognizing brilliance and power, mantles of power, cloaks, outer shows of superiority, presuming to be more than one is, being pushy, megalomania, not owning one's magnificence, and the weight of the world on one's shoulders. So this could be that you are in a situation or some sort of power struggle. Definitely possible with this full moon is you're coming to the end of a road where someone has been trying to kind of rule over you, or a situation feels like it's been ruling over you. And with this symbol of a leader of men wrapped in an invisible cloak of power, this could also be referring to you. This full moon is in a positive aspects to the nodes, meaning because of the node's position at the moment, it's an important full moon. It means that something is coming to an end that has, I feel, that has probably been ruling over people. It's also in a positive aspect, sextile aspect to Uranus, which means a revolution. And a revolution to do with some sort of hierarchy because it's in Taurus. And that energy is in a trine with the sun in Capricorn. So let's say you're dealing with some sort of hierarchy, power struggle type situation where your job is to now protect your livelihood, protect your home. The Sabian symbol also implies, a response to something. And I can see that in the chart, there might be an action to take, but it's in a square to Eris and Hygeia. You've been in some sort of struggle with a system, or some sort of boss, or a financial situation. And you know that you have to clean it. You have to clean it out. You have to, take some kind of action to protect your assets or protect your home, protect your job. Eris is an energy of instigating, but it's for a higher purpose. It's for the purpose of revelation, of corruption, amongst others. I think this is as much to do with self-protection as it is to do with protecting your home, because whatever might be affecting you in a situation, because we live in this world where unfortunately not everyone is on a pathway of being positive, thinking positively, and they get kind of caught up in this negativity of circumstance and toxicity. Definitely happens a lot in the workplace. And if you're in a situation where you're dealing with stuff in the workplace, or even in a family situation, you taking a stand or stepping back to protect yourself from parasitic energy is as much to do with protecting your home as well, because that is your sanctuary. Basically, I use the runes as confirmation, and based on these runes, I feel that there is something that you are, like I said in the last reading, committed to. you are avoiding danger by taking a higher frequency, higher level. So there may be a situation of power struggle, something that you're dealing with where someone is trying to demonstrate some sort of superiority over you. These runes are kind of confirming this and also saying that there is a level of avoidance here that you may be doing to get out of the path of this parasitic kind of energy that wants to attach to you. Maybe there's some sort of obsession with you because this isn't a Pluto energy. And I think because this fixed star is conjunct the moon and it's in a square with Aries, according to Ptolemy, that causes some level of defective sight. So maybe someone is seeing you through some sort of lens that is inaccurate or just completely defective because of their own dark issues their own dark energies that they're dealing with. There's another fixed star that I wanted to look at, which is conjunct with Juno over here in Scorpio at 22 degrees. And this is, according to Ptolemy, is the nature of Saturn and Mars, gives more immorality, danger of poison. Again, something that is a toxicity. And your intuition is going to actually kind of deal with this. Because overall, what it's saying is you have more power than you think you do. So it's a positive aspect to deal with any problems in a partnership where there is any toxicity. Wrapped up in that is a revolutionary energy of Uranus. So maybe things might, if it's a work situation, things could rearrange at work where there's going to be some sort of revolutionary kind of movement in the hierarchy that ultimately benefits you, or rearrangement within some sort of financial situation that gives you you may have more power because you have more assets in the situation if it's a partnership and you're wanting to get out of a partnership. Following your intuition is the best thing that you can do with this full moon because of this trine with Neptune, and it's in a water sign, and we've got this sort of grand water trine energy going on here with this full moon. Whatever actions you take, I think following your intuition is the most productive thing. And I feel like some people are just going to ride this revolution, whatever it is, because something needs to be cleansed. It's too toxic. Four is also a number of stability, and this is Cancer, rules the fourth house. Makes me think of the Four of Wands with Mars there, fire energy. Maybe someone's moving out, maybe something is changing where it's going to free you up with the Death card, Pluto energy, with the Devil, Saturn energy. This is very indicative of the end of some sort of toxic relationship or toxic situation, or something in the home that has been toxic to you. And then I have the Six of Pentacles. So this is about movement happening, movement. Someone is going to be helping you. This is about help. Let's clarify. Who is the help here? And it is the rune of the torch, clarifying the Six of Pentacles. And that's the sixth rune. This is about skill, truth, illumination, clarification, purification, forgiveness, solution to a problem, peril and troubles and misunderstandings overcome, and justice assured. So something that has been toxic to you, maybe been going on for years, where there's some sort of Plutonian process going on here, which means that something dies, it deteriorates, it goes through a process of rebirth. And it's not something that just happens. This is talking about your skill, which I think is why this rune came up, and we have Mars here. This is about an action, something maybe pushing you to the brink where it's just like, this is my space, this is my home, this is my, you know, roots, and I'm protecting it. Just because it's in Cancer doesn't necessarily have to mean that it has to do with your fourth house. Look at where it is in your chart, because that will, like, let's say it's in the fifth house. It could be someone has had influence over your child in some way, which is coming to an end. Maybe you are the person bringing in the torch to help. It's also about illuminations. Full moon, the image of someone with a torch is illuminating the situation so that it can be brought to a completion. I'm going to pull a rune on the devil. It's the rune of the divine gift. The devil is a Saturn energy card, and this rune is about hospitality, generosity, reward, winnings, fortune. A gift is reciprocated, talent successfully applied, deterioration, poverty, and crisis for those undeserving, a foretold betrayal. That came up in the last reading where it said that there would be those around you who were dealing with their own karma. I just get the sense like you are the torchbearer here, and you are this Eris energy, because I'm doing this reading and I have strong Eris energy in my own chart, and I just feel that this is something that you have done where now people are paying attention to it. Something is going to be some sort of action taken. Whatever action you take, there's a possibility and an opportunity to completely revolutionize the situation, meaning might change your complete financial situation. It could also rearrange the hierarchical situation that you might be in. There's some type of change um, in order to remove this negative energy that is something that is unhealthy for you. So you might start to see things kind of dissolve um, in a way that you can handle, because it is in a positive trine aspect to Neptune. Nothing's going to just start disappearing on you, and you are going to struggle with that. It's more of like a peaceful release, and it's all for the benefit of something toxic getting out of the situation and dealing with a problem with um, rationality in emotions. You can feel emotional about something. There's also this skill in rationality and communication with this as well. So Mercury is now in Capricorn. But I think I'll end the reading there. Enjoy this full moon coming up. Enjoy the peaceful ending of something that has been unhealthy, and you dealing with a problem in a way that is of a higher frequency, and some kind of revolution coming out of this. As I said in the new moon reading, there was an opportunity that would also manifest. So I do think that is part of this full moon, because Mercury is in a sextile energy to Venus, which is some kind of conversation or ideas, uh, mental activity to do with a higher realm. Someone speaking to you because they're attracted to the way that you have dealt with something, or things coming into your literal home because you have attracted them as some type of reward. I feel that this is a positive change, positive conversations going to come out of this. Not necessarily with a person, if there is a person who is toxic in your life, but I feel that there is a positive But it could be. It could also be that, like, if you're married and there's some kind of problem, it could be a toxic thing that needs to be dealt with. Um, but for other people, if it's more kind of if it's worse than that, and you're dealing with something that is completely toxic to you, and you are now having to protect yourself in your home, I feel like there's conversations and communication with others who are attracted to your energy and the way that you are dealing with this toxicity, because not everyone in the world can really take that sort of stance and higher, blameless road of looking at things. We often get into conversations where there's a lot of blame pointed, and you taking this higher approach to not pointing the fingers and not placing blame. And even if this is something that you're dealing with in a family situation where it's like a cycle that you have been ending, I don't feel people are looking at least the people that are listening to this, you're not looking at it like those should be blamed for their sins. And having that sort of mindset is attracting something to you that is going to bring in this stability. Take care of yourself, take care of your house, take care of the vehicles that you get around in. And I think there is communication about stabilizing some of these things in some way, that it's going to be enjoyable. And I feel like this full moon ultimately is changing some kind of dynamic for you that you didn't really belong in, something that you were struggling with because it was toxic. So I'm going to leave it with you. And thank you for watching. I'll see you for the new moon. Bye for now.